By Mcfarlane Toys, we have the Halo Spartan Soldier. This figure stands around the 5.5 inch mark. So let us do a 360 view of the base action figure. As for size comparison, here he is with your standards Iron Man Marvel Legends action figure. For an 8 to 10 year old action figure by Mcfarlane Toys when they were still producing Halo action figures, which I think is better in comparison to Jazzwares or Wicked Cool Toys, let us take a look at the details and the articulation points. As for the head unit or the head sculpt, so left to side motion, roundabout. We don't have any cut on the waistline for articulation, but all of the articulation point is going to be on the diaphragm area. And as for mobility of that body, even if this point or area is missing, so it's still actually okay. So depends on the armor that you choose for a Halo action figure. This one has great mobility because it has only a small portion of shoulder armor, but there's going to be Halo action figures that have bigger shoulder protectors, which of course it's going to be an issue with regards to rotating the arms or putting the figure in the poses like this. But for this specific Spartan soldier, that is not an issue. So moving towards the articulation of the arm, we have a single bend for the elbow, rotation on the elbow. We have a ball and a hinge on the arm, on the forearm, I mean, for rotation or mobility of the handsets. And both handsets are for weapon or accessory holding hands. Moving towards the details of the legs and the boot. So forward kicks, sideward movement, backward rotation. We have a single point or bend for the knee, and those are ratchet joints. And we have a ball for the foot for multi-direction purpose or movement. And also we have toe articulation that is also on a ball point. So those articulation points, so on the hands and on the feet, on the legs, actually those are carried over to your more modern Mcfarlane DC Multiverse stuff. So as for details on the armor, details on the armor on the arms, the back, the leg, and those humongous boots, which actually, if you wish to mod this action figure, it is very possible. So this is a recent acquisition from my local toy store or toy shop. So instead of hunting for the latest and the greatest or placing pre-orders, I would rather have or go to stores that have toys. Even if they are old, actually toys don't grow old. Well, they mature and are replaced by newer ones, but with regards to coolness, it is still there actually. So old toys are still cool. Okay, so this is the stock version of the armor, which is just a new acquisition, something cheap that I found for $5, and this is one of the more updated armors that I already have on board in my collection. So back in the day when Mcfarlane Toys were producing Halo action figures, so there's an abundance not only of action figures of Spartans, but also of accessory sets, weapon sets, armor sets, helmet sets. So pick your choice. And there's also abundance of other action figures that you could swap parts with. So for example, in this case, I just wanted to tweak the overall look of the armor and not totally change majority of the parts, just change parts that are really needs attention with. Okay, so it's going to be the arms. So compared to the arms on this, just looks thin. So I replaced the shoulder pauldrons with something thicker, more armor, and we added, instead of an ammunition pouch, we have a grenade set. So this comes from one of my older Halo Reach action figures, which I also bought on sale. So the fit, actually it's a easy fix. You just pop out those toes portion of the boot and replace them with whatever Halo action figure that you have on board. It so happened that I have a broken Halo Reach action figure, a blue Halo Reach action figure, and it fit this armor boot well. So take a look at that. So vast improvement with regards to how it looks instead of having duck fit. So this is a more proportioned figure. Now compared to your standard human Halo action figure, so if you have the Admiral, then you could say that this is a Spartan. So proportions are bigger, and you know that there's a augmented soldier inside that suit. As for weapons, you have your standard Halo rifle, which is the favorite rifle that we always carry in the game with Master Chief. So there are other Halo accessories, bigger rifles, better looking rifles than this. This is actually the smallest version, which if you would pair it with the Admiral, well, it looks like a standard rifle. But if it's in the hands of a Spartan, then that rifle really diminishes in size. But actually, it is your standard issued UNSC rifle. So other things that I added, I just glued a knife to the chest armor and add a little bit of weathering. Actually just washing the armor with a little bit of alcohol to drop off the paint. Because sometimes when you buy your Halo action figure back in the day, the color is really not standard. Some would be really nice and blue as if it came out of production line. Some would come out really worn like this. So I like the worn effect. So we're ready to accessorize this Spartan soldier with his weapon. And why carry one when we could carry two? So one would have a peg, and that is stored on the back of the action figure that way. So instead of carrying a pistol, carry a spare rifle. Anyway, he won't feel that weight because of the armor. That is a powered up suit, so weight is actually not a consideration. So we're going to weapon him up. And the best thing that I like about these older action figures, even if the articulation is really not that modern, but take a look at this. So some of your newer produced stuff nowadays can't even hold a rifle like this, which your Jazzwares or your Wicked Cool toys can't do. But an older Mcfarlane Halo action figure would do flawlessly. So look at that. That's a proper weapon firing stance. So we have a UNSC officer and security detail. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.